Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We see you again in this film. And today I tell you much more about Su, about these words. Last time I introduced you this word. This is called Su. This is Su. It is slumber. So what's the point? What's the meaning of all that? Su Su. What's the meaning of Su Su? So sometimes in Chinese way of expressing some things, sometimes in the Western way of expressing something, you find totally different. I've got an experience when I write a report on numerology for our clients, and I try to turn it back into English version through using translation machines in some portal, right? I don't want to mention the name portal for the reason because I find it really totally wrong. The translation is totally wrong because in the Western technique, they never come across this kind of wordings in the perspective of Chinese culture. So they translate it plainly on the face of the word, on the face of the meaning, and so we can manage them. We can manage them by going into an accurate and concise way of how we express something, particularly those things which are metaphysics in nature. This is Su Su. To turn it into an easier understanding way, I should say it is a kind of technique. It's a kind of technique for what? It's a kind of technique for telling you, explaining to you how you can make some forecast on your faith and also on your fortune. Faith and fortune. So it is a way of doing things from using different methods. In Chinese way of making such kind of examination on our faith and fortune, there are three ways. There are three ways of doing that. One way is to look about the image. They call it image testing. Image testing means if you look about some image, then you can, through the image, you can forecast. You can forecast what's behind the image and also forecast what's going to happen in the next moment. This is one that is image testing. Another area, they call it the reasoning. They call it the reasoning. Through using some numerology, sometimes like a kind of your birthday, some kind of your way of expressing things, they can, through some reasoning, to forecast your characters as well as to forecast some aspects of your faith and also your fortunes, including your reputation, your wealth, your health, and all that. So your love and all that. So it's another way. It is called the reasoning. Third one is the numbers. They use the numbers to make calculation. They use the numbers to make forecasting, and they use the numbers to tell you what's going to happen in the coming moment. So it sounds very unimaginable, right? Sounds unimaginable. How come you can use an image? You can use an image to make forecasting. How come you can use the reasoning from something behind to make the forecasting? Sometimes how you can use the numbers to make the forecasting. So you go and see. Today I just try to bring you to let you aware that you be aware of the Chinese technique of examining our faith and fortune. They call it Su Su because Su Su is the technique, it's the numbers, all these sort of things. They make use of all these sort of things to let you know who you are, what's the content of your life, what's happening in the coming times, and what's happening in the future. So it is interesting. Sometimes it sounds unimaginable, but it's workable in some way. So theoretically, how come you can know your fate and fortune? It is by going to Tao. This is the book that we introduced you last time. This another thing is I would like to introduce a book this time for you. It is about the technique of how you apply the principle of Tao, and you can see what's the fortune and your faith is. So let us stop right here and make some digestion of what I've said, and we'll go in depth, bit by bit, area by area, so you can see from the tree and you can apprehend the forest. Thank you very much for your audience. See you next time.